And joining us now is Jeff Simmons. He's CEO of Elanco Animal Health. Elanco has a long history of partnership with the beef cattle industry and a strong commitment to sustainability. Jeff, thanks for coming today.
Great to be here. Great to be in New Orleans.
You have had such a long time personal commitment to sustainability, but more importantly, you've made sustainability part of your core values at Elanco. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, I think it's the intersection of a lot of things happening right now. And I think to all cattlemen, we need to back up and remember the basics. I kind of simplified into three numbers, 50, 60, and 7. 50 is, hey, United Nations numbers globally, animal protein has grown 50% the last decade. Record numbers of consumption just last year. Sometimes you hear all the noise, you wonder, geez, the world wants what we have. The next decade, it's expected to grow another 50%. More calories needed in some continents and better calories with less carbs needed here. Now we've got less cattle. So 50% more, that's the charge. The second is 60%. And the 60 number comes back to 60% of the world's getting the wrong calories. Either not enough, Africa, India, others, where they need more calories, especially protein calories, or Western world getting the wrong calories. How many people are on Atkins, Whole30? Carbs are down, protein's up. So that feeding the world the right calories, giving them what they want, 50% more protein, and then comes to the third number, 7. The United Nations says we got 7 years to start to change the temperature and the slowing of the temperature rises, and that's got to be reversed. And that leads to the way to do that in greenhouse gases is methane. Methane is a short-lived gas. Carbon's the long one. 1,000 years for carbon. Methane, you're talking about something that can be done in a decade. And we can impact methane, but you can't disconnect calories and climate. We can't change the world's diet. We got to feed this world, over 8 billion people, and we got to cool the climate.
And a lot of that's going to rely on the U.S. cattle industry, which of course is the most productive beef industry in the world. I'm curious to know your thoughts. We hear a lot from a lot of people criticizing the U.S. beef industry. Why is sustainability so critical to the U.S. beef industry?
It is absolutely essential. I think in our business in animal health, it's the next biggest animal health opportunity. Why? This is data, these are facts. First of all, we need cattle. Cattle are grazing and using 80% of land that wouldn't be used, turning it into protein. We know that. So trying to, I say to Bill Gates and others, good ideas, but let's put our energy to climate neutral farming. We heard from a speaker last night, a cattleman, that's saying, hey, they're receiving dollars from carbon, and everyone is starting to say, hey, in the next decade, we're going to start to hear about climate neutral farms, meaning they're capturing as many emissions as they're creating. Now we're getting protein on a climate neutral farm. That's where Bill Gates, innovators, everybody, come on, we welcome the energy there. And that to me is the cattleman's great opportunity. It's an economic opportunity. It's a social opportunity. It's an advocacy opportunity. Some of our greatest adversaries the last 10 years are now at the gate, even calling us, saying, hey, this might be the way to get there.
That's really encouraging news. So you've put your money where your mouth is, and you've sponsored the Sustainability Forum at the Cattle Industry Convention. What do you hope to accomplish with efforts like that?
Yeah, I think as myself, one of my goals to my board of directors is spending so much time every month educating myself about this new topic. I think all of us can say, oh, this environmental movement, and can it really be the case? And how can carbon become dollars? Can it really be dollars? And how does it come into an operation? So what we're trying to do with this summit the last few years here is an opportunity for the people that are in the center of it, the leaders, the pioneers, are actually educating. And it's just another form of education. Education then leads to advocacy. We got to be smart. We're a science-based, data-driven, we know there's no one better than the cattleman to know how to take care of the animal and take care of the land. We've been environmentalists for a long time in this industry. So we come with credibility, but we got to educate and be able to lean in. So the summit's a lot about advocacy and education and building allies.
Outstanding. And you talk about data-driven.
Yeah.
Of course, you're familiar that the beef industry set a set of specific goals, sustainability goals. How is Elanco positioned to support those?
Yeah, we've leaned in, we've invested. Our strategy is very clear, and we've shared it a lot. I went on a tour in the fourth quarter across the cattle industry and working with producers and packers and getting alignment here is this is what we're doing. One, products. It's what we do. Enteric methane. We got the first environmental claim product with Experior through the FDA. So we're working on products and even existing products, the label claims to be able to move to much more of a footprint driven. Okay. Yeah, productivity is needed, but productivity, we all know, drives better footprint. So one is our products and bringing products. We just licensed Bovaer, which could be 30 to 50% in the cattle industry of lowering methane. So pipeline products, everything. The second is data. Everyone in every cattle operation has got to understand, this is a charge to everybody out there, analytically, what is your footprint now? How many emissions are coming off and how do you cast that? We've launched and we've got a large analytics capability to manage that. Third then, is we've put some seed funding into a company that actually called Athean that will spin out to actually capture and aggregate the data independently, certify the data, and monetize for that farm that carbon movement into dollars back to them. And that's moving. And then I think last, the fourth pillar strategy is advocacy. So it's all about products, it's about analytics, it's about monetization, and it's about advocacy. That's our commitment. I've never in 33 years, I think, standing in the NCBA meeting here, been more excited about the world wants what we do. The world actually, and adversaries, everyone sees us now as environmentalists. The opportunity's never been greater. Now we've got to lean in and do it.
That's a great challenge to all of us. Thank you for the leadership you and Elanco provide for our industry.
It's great to be in this industry. Thank you.
To keep up with Elanco's commitment to sustainability, follow Jeff Simmons on LinkedIn.